Say hi, hello. We're continuing. Onward. Today, I really want to try to tunnel. That's one of my things I want to try to do. I also realized that it would probably be good to get the hall pass if I was trying to tunnel. So if they do offer the classroom outside, I'll take it. We'll just see what we can do. A package. Ooh, a lockpick kit and keys. Spoil me. Amazing. If the classroom's not offered out here, I think I'm going to try the shrine, and I'll just leave a couple bucks in there. I know I said that, but this gives me dice right away, which I feel like I want to get as many dice as I can today. If I'm trying to get the tunnel, you know. I also want to grab the coins off this table back here. I don't have a key card today, so I was going to say, because it might be a good idea to try to do the tunnel straight off the foundation like that, but I don't think we can. So we'll just go in from the bottom as usual. Yeah, done. I'm going to try and go up rather than over. I don't know how high up I need to be. Sure. What do you got today? Sledgehammer, gems, running shoes. Okay. part of a sigil and a swan there. Interesting. Can I power this room? Is it at a certain time? How am I supposed to get a sanctum key out of here? Do I have to power this room? Oh, wait. Can I break that? I can't walk over there. Among the clocks. I'm not really seeing anything else. It's catching my eye. This also so when I was in the room 46, I noticed that the clocks in there were stopped at 1:30. Is this also 1:30? I don't know. Sorry, could I use any of these items up there? This light stuff, I don't think that's what I need. Don't have any mech rooms. I would have thought the clock tower was a mech room. Oh, tomorrow you will start with one key for each tomorrow room. Alright. Alright. I wanted to try for the tunnel. Read that note. A gold. Alright, what do we got? Kitchen, commonplace? Yes. Empty closet. Sure. Walk-in closet. Sure. I'm fine with all those, honestly. Never go back up that way. We'll get stuff. Would love a key card. Did I add a classroom to my draft pool somehow? I don't have the outdoor classroom today. Can I tunnel outside this side of the house? Is that a possibility? I'll take the library. Do I have a new book? I forget. We've read that. Realm and Room we've read. We've read all 4 of these. Or, yeah, 5 of these. I think I've read all of these. We want the first edition of this. Could buy this. I really want this, though, because I think it's going to help us with sigils. I shouldn't have taken this. I'm not going to be able to get through this door because I don't have security. Oh, fuck. I could cash in the chapel money to get this. I'm kind of tempted to do it. I think there's going to be a lot of money in there. We might be able to get 2 books. I think today's the day. Where is it? Up and over. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I think we're buying 3 books, guys. Okay, for sure this one. Oh, we're just short. I'm gonna buy the more expensive one. This run might be over. We do have money out in the tomb. I might be able to reach that and then get back into the bookshop. I'm certainly going to try. still really want those candles to mean something, and I don't know if they ever are going to. And it's fine if they don't, but there's a part of me that really wants it to mean something. Or to be part of a puzzle. Okay. Let's go buy our last book. Oops. I'm so proud of us. Look at all the bought all the books. And we're only wasting 8 gold or 14 gold. That's not too bad at all. So we cannot go up through the foundation. We don't have a key card. And we don't have a break room to end the day in. We don't have an altar to leave money at. So I think we call it a day. An ordinary villa. Oh, my friend just texted me about the... We just finished Act 1 of Expedition 33 last night, my husband and I, and y'all, that game... It's something... It's emotionally taxing. In a good way. And in very, very bad ways. It's really good, though. You should definitely check it out. It's nothing like this game. Just so you know. We don't have a need to do the schoolhouse. I was thinking that the hall pass might be nice. But, like, we don't really have a need for either one of these either. So, part of me wants to just take this. I'm gonna look up the tunnel drafting requirements. They can only be drafted going north or south. If drafting tunnel from secret passage under the foundation. Man. I thought we were gonna tunnel out onto the east side of the... I'm sad. Okay. Well then... I don't have a reason to do this. I've seen the 8 classrooms. I guess we're going for more dig spots. Does this room ever give you... It gives you the family tree, but I feel like I just want more from this room. I'm assuming it gives you lots of steps if you come dig. What are our goals here? I would like the library to read the books, or to order the books. Oh, I'm so sorry. I told you I was gonna try and decode the letter at the end of last stream, and I sort of did. To the best of my ability, the letter says, "To my child, darling." I don't niece. I have no idea what that that I guess noun is. You are my day, you are my night, you are my morning. To you I will give my house. A new day maybe rises or something. Dawns. I don't know what the last word in that line is. Something else about a new day on the next line. It's this kind of the same word. First I bid you heed my words. You... See, I don't know what ODDIRIS is. House Sinclair is yours. House Epson is yours. Forget your INN. I mean, I don't think it's meant to be actually the word in. It's supposed to be something else. The next line I have you and then a word I could not translate. You are the future of Fen, maybe, I think? Or like a child of Fen, or your future is in Fen, something like that. Couldn't translate the rest of that line. The last line, Tordaraja, toward the future. And then last word, my child, darling, niece, love, something, your, and then also like mother, father, uncle, etc. That's as good as I got. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what it's supposed to say. I didn't really get that much out of it, honestly. Which was also a little disappointing. But I'm sure it just sort of adds to lore kind of relationships, but I don't know in what way, basically. Get the den. But anyway, kind of our goals today, I don't know what we're looking for. Rooms we haven't seen, combinations of rooms we haven't seen. I would love to still power the lab. Yeah. Solve sigils, you know? That's our general goal. Also, these red envelopes. So was Denny the one writing them all along? Like, I knew he was involved in the blackmailing. Don't get me wrong, but like, I guess he was the one who was sending the actual red envelopes. Many diggy spots, so little shovel. Let's do this because we need rare rooms. I'm looking for stuff that I haven't seen or haven't been able to put together. Yeah, I don't need the bookshop today, so I just want to... Ooh, I would have loved this on a day where I could have a new book to look at with it. I want this first. So if we do get a coat check today, I will be coat checking the magnifying glass because I want to try reading the new... I want to have the magnifying glass when I read a new book for the first time. Ideally every time I read a new book. So if I could coat check it again, that would be also great. Alright, we're locked out up there, so we need to go back to the entrance hall. This way. Right, turning back time. I would really love security to show up. This would synergize really well with today if I can get a shovel. If I can get a shovel. Oh no! Ugh. Sad times. I know I can come back in here for more gems, but like, still. Bro. Damn. Green rooms are still most likely to have a shovel, so... Yay! Oh, the doggies barked. That's fun. All the doors in here unlocked. I like that. I do like the mailroom, but didn't want to block myself off today. Yay, my axe friend. Yes. 8 items for free, please. Thank you. think I have any mechanical rooms today. I don't have a security gate. I feel weird. I feel sort of aimless. I'm gonna do this and check our magnifying glass. What? Thank you. Okay. So if I were to go in here and then in here, if I dig in here, so it does work on security doors. Amazing. Yeah, I feel sort of aimless. I'm just not sure what I'm looking for. You know? Not super sure. True treasure of the trove is not in the house. Can I dig in the closed exhibit? I don't feel like that's how that works. Is it possible to find the key card by digging? I don't really know what I'm doing today. I'm just bopping around. I feel like I'll have a purpose once I get a new book. But until then, back this way, and then oops, courtyard. Should I get a gem put in here? No. Oh right, because I have this room. So they're all in here. Okay, don't want to go in the armory. I want to go courtyard to dining room. Done the digging in here. Can I dig? No. Sad. Okay. Can try to go through the conference court passage aquarium. puppies. Is there something special I can dig up in the kennel? Nope. Hi. The garage. Damn it. Okay. Whatever. Today, we read a new book and we get hints on the realms for the sigils, hopefully. I still high all among all the clocks. Like, there's gotta be a sigil, or not a sigil key, but a sanctum key in there. But like, where? I didn't see anything I could interact with. I had a sledgehammer that day, I think. So, what gives? How do I get it? I need to power it? Maybe. I do like those two items. Thank you. Okay, library. Kochek and library. Combo, please. Okay. Mm-hmm. Arindia was once the name used to designate the realms of the Eastern Waters. Though the term is no longer employed in the halls of politics, nor commonly known to the average citizen, its memory flickers in the hearts of those who hail from the lands that it once encompassed, and many of the old elder generation, in hushed circles, still refer to themselves as Arindians. Yet we must not let the flame of our history dwindle into the obscurity of whispered conversations, nor permit our leaders to enjoin us to abandon the name of our land. We must keep alive the embers of our past and preserve them for the generations yet to come. Most historians mark the beginning of the First Era, often known as Ajera. Okay, I'm going to take actual legit notes here. Where's my realm section? Okay. First Era Ajera. By the ascension of the first king of Arindia, Orys, who would later grace the burgeoning township in which he crowned. Orys was known before his coronation as a prominent merchant lord of considerable means and affluence, whose sway in the region made him the ideal candidate for the unification of the surrounding provinces. Regrettably, history is not always forthcoming, and the surviving records of those bygone days are mostly limited to trade agreements and sales receipts. Nevertheless, we can deduce from these ledgers that Orys had but one aim: expansion. The territory spread forth from the heart of Orys, and by the end of the 1st century, the black banners of Arindia could be seen fluttering in every hamlet and hostelry along every thoroughfare from Oris all the way to the western banks. A new kingdom was born. It was the fourth king of Arindia who split the kingdom in 3 equal shares, 3 realms for his 3 children. To the eldest he granted the fields and mountains of his great-grandfather. Arinda Ares / Finn Ares. So this one is known as Fields and Mountains, after the angelic paragon of royalty, Arinda, named after paragon of royalty, Arinda. To the youngest he bestowed upon him the realm of Arch Ares, the land of northern storms, a wild and untamed expanse which at the time was not developed but a good deal more vast than the elder brother's lot. And to his middle child, his only daughter, he gifted her the southern region of Araja, the mystical realm of the ancestors, lands steeped in tradition, magic, and the poetry of the old tongue. As the second era drew to a close, the 3 sovereign realms had achieved a period of remarkable progress and prosperity. Each of these distinct regions, ruled by their respective sibling monarchs, had blossomed, cultivating the bountiful resources of their lands and developing a unique character and culture that set them apart from one another. Okay, so I'm thinking that Arinda Ares was the this window symbol as the core symbol. And then when it changed to Finn Ares, I think it became the hex. Despite these differences, the sibling monarchs managed to maintain friendly relations throughout their lives and were known for their cooperation in matters of trade and transportation. The succeeding generations of their heirs continued the tradition, and the third era was defined by the construction of a vast network of railways that spanned the length and breadth of the land, linking the northern mountains of Arch Ares to the southern shores of Araja. So used railway system, and then they all 3 used that, so I'm going to just put that under all of them. Okay. This development facilitated travel and commerce between the 3 realms, further strengthening their bond and laying the foundation for the promise of a prosperous and bright future. A promise that would, unfortunately, as my readers will soon find, not be kept. As the kingdom of Arinda Ares entered the 4th era, a different kind of ruler took the reins of power. King Desolates III, 4th era, was King Desolates the Third, who listened to the voices of all his subjects, from the most influential advisors to the humblest of citizens. He was a king who often was seen among the people eating, drinking, and conversing, a sight that shocked not only the gentry and the court, but the masses as well, who could scarce believe that they, as peasantry, would ever sup with the crown. Desolates was renowned as the king of the people, and it was therefore a surprise to no one when he made the decision to move the capital from the secluded mountains of Reddington to the public stage of Oris, leaving castle and court behind. The people were overjoyed by this choice, and the city welcomed their king with open arms and great fanfare. Yet not all were swayed so easily. There were those that viewed the king's conduct to be unbecoming of his station, and were wary of how readily he could be persuaded by the tears and tales of the common folk. These dissenting voices planted the seeds of discontent, which took root in the lawns and gardens of the nobles of Fen, or as I have been instructed to say, the grand city of Fen. After the passing of King Desolus III, the passing, it sounds to me like that's putting it kindly, like maybe they ushered him out. The fourth era came to an abrupt end. Thankfully, the king died naturally in his old age and surrounded by his people in Oris. Okay, maybe not. Far away from the growing unrest among the western city of Fen. On the very next day, the 6th of October, the self-proclaimed Prince Learson of Fen declared himself the true monarch. This declaration was bolstered by a surprising number of supporters due to the fact that Desolus IV shared his father's good name but little of his virtues. As the prospect of civil war seemed inevitable, the realm's regiments were hastily recalled from the frontiers to stamp out and put an end to the Fensurrection. However, instead of restoring order, what ensued was a savage and merciless campaign against their own people. The gardens of Fen, once a center of splendor, were transformed into a battlefield as the cries of the innocent echoed through the city's streets stained in red. Damn. The brutality of the pacification of Fen did not go unnoticed by neighbors. As sympathy for the city surged, allies came forward to lend support. Among them was the general of the Northern Regiment, who, sickened by the barbaric actions of the other battalions, joined forces with Prince Learson to form a formidable army. Together they leveraged their political influence and favors to persuade the nearby realms of Arch Ares and Nuance to join their cause. However, even with the tide turning in their favor, victory did not come easy. The War of the Fifth Era lasted 22 long years and saw buried 1 in every 3 men. Prince Learson himself added another number to the casualties. However, in death, he had won. Oris had fallen, and with it the realm. The black flags that had flown for 5 eras were burned, and in their place red banners were hoisted up in honor of the fallen of Fen. The few remaining members of the former royal family fled in fear of their lives to the south, forever exiled. So that's our family, I believe. Because we are like, I think we are the like underground royal family, essentially. And that's what our mom was like, stealing our crown jewels back and stuff. The current era. Today, the realms inherited by the 3 Fen, Ares, Arch Ares, and Araja once again stand united as allies. Though the distance between our peoples has grown, our connection to this land remains as strong as ever. The spruce and birch that span across our realms serve as a constant reminder that we all share a common past. And as those trees continue to grow, so do our hopes for a common future. A future where we are not defined by the colors of the banners we raise, but by that which connects us, a land that we each call home. For this is, despite everything else, a land rich in history, a land of myth and wonder, a land that sprung forth the greatest empire the world has ever seen, the land of our fathers, of our mothers, and of our children. The land is, after all that has happened, still Orindia. Okay. All right. I don't know if I necessarily needed the magnifying glass for this one. Maybe to look at this castle. If I get the coat check, I will come back. $29 stars, baby. Pair of chests added to the entrance hall. We're going back that direction. Let's see if we can make it connect. I don't really want that. Or that. No chests in here, right? Okay. Let's bust these bad boys open. Keys. Thank you. We needed keys. I don't really need money, but I'll take it. Maybe I can buy another axe today. silver key. Wow. Actually, really quite like the silver key. Sort of back to just playing through a day. For the sake of playing through it, you know. It's been a minute since I took this room. And I think this is part of the castle cipher. I don't know if it's meant to be, there's like a gap between, like it's CASTLE, and I don't know if it's meant to be this is the middle column or this is the middle column and there's another one after that. So I'm kind of keeping that in my mind. I don't know if it's supposed to be C blank X or not. Haven't taken this room in a minute. Just giving it another once over. I don't see anything I could like light on fire or bust. Yeah, I'll take that. Thank you. I would not be mad. I keep doing that. I forget. Fuck. I keep forgetting. It has security doors. See. Damn it. I'm an idiot. I'm an actual idiot. I'm so sorry. I have the entrance hall. Oopsie. Let's really hope for security over here. Sure, I'll take a broken lever. Come on, I haven't upgraded this. This room doesn't... That doesn't have a computer in it. I'm just hoping to at least be able to use my computer disk now. Don't need the magnifying. I'm not worried about it. The office has one. Okay. What do you got for me? Hidden effect of a random bedroom in your draft pool. What does that mean? Like, it'll randomly give me the effect of one of the other bedrooms? I like the 10 steps though. If you enter antechamber, allow or add to go to your allowance seems good. We have a lot of ways to get into the antechamber these days. Or plus dice. If you have 2 on the estate today, get an additional 2 sets of dice. I want this one. I still want to keep the steps. Plus allowance seems so handy dandy to just have a lot of. Alright, now show me security. Please and thank you. Ooh. Do I just freeze my shit and use it all tomorrow? I mean, if I were to get security here, it allows me to continue building the house, but I don't really know. I think I'm kind of waiting on more information to solve puzzles at the moment, so I need to read more books. So I kind of think freezer is good. It allows me to have a better tomorrow day. The way I never noticed this like wall of ice here, that there was a door there. Crazy. Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna call it there, and we'll just have a lot of shit tomorrow. We read a new book. I don't feel like it told me that much more about Araja, but I do have my I do want to kind of go check out that sigil, so we can do that today too. Okay, we take our money, we take our microchip, we go get our outside room. 81 gold. I want to re-roll this. Sure. Okay, so what we know about Araja is that I believe it was a land of kind of like academia and magic and tradition and stuff like that. So I kind of think, let me look at my photos of the book and what it says about those. So I think it's rail travel. So I think it's the train system again. This one. The weather is kind of the one thing we're not super sure about. Mystical realm of ancestors, land steeped in tradition, magic, and the poetry of the old tongue, and used railway system is what I have written down. Hunter-gatherers, I don't think so. Farming, no. I think it's poetic. I still think it's the flowers. If it's not flowers, I think it's academic, so we're gonna try both of those. And then, what does this one change? This one changes the, okay, so I need to change this. Oh! Yay! Oh, pretty. Yeah, I like this one. I was a little disappointed that there has not been a drop of rain during my time here, as every Arajan story I've ever heard has begun with rain. I suppose the anecdotes I make on this trip will have to do without that flavorful setting. However, even without the rain, the puddles and the ponds that dot the countryside make this place feel different than home. Continue my taking pictures of the solved sigils. Oh god, there's a lot of colors on this one. What color do we want? We want purple. I don't know what purple does. Okay, does purple move down? Maybe. What does red do? Yellow moves up, green crosses. I don't know what red does. Maybe red just, oops, maybe red just makes whatever black one is, it It just turns black to red. Shy box red. What does it do? What does red do? Color behaviors. Thank you. Please. Red turns all white tiles black and all black tiles red. Violet tile moves south. No effect on the bottom row. Tile moves north. So it's like we want green up top, I think, so that we can get a purple up top. And then we make black move up top, and then we make green switch with yellow. Hold on. Purple moves down, yellow moves up. So we want we want to shove one of the purples up. But I don't know if we can do that with yellow. I think if I hit this, these two are just going to switch places rather than swaps place with the tile above. Yeah. So if we were to get black on the bottom again. Oh no, that's not what I wanted. Purple moves down, so that gets us one there. And then we would need a yellow in this row. need to switch these two. If I were to make green go up there. If I do this. Oh my god. Okay. This postcard didn't seem to give an idea of the order. Maybe if I translate this, Loria Yana Ajorluna. Word. LOR is word. Last word. Yena. Don't know what Yena is. Ajlorluna. Loon is water. Lune is water. AJLOR. Last word. Maybe Yena is sun or fire. Last word something. First word water. Last word something. Okay, I gotta take notes on that. I'm just gonna put it under Araja. I think that changed the last word something. First word water. Okay. Excuse me. I think that's Korarica. I don't know much about that place at the time. I also think I'm gonna take a quick bathroom break. If you'll, I'm gonna get back up top. Another library today. Order another book. And I'm just going to keep the magnifying glass in the coat check. I don't know what book I want to do next, though. So we'll see. Alright. Quick bathroom break. BRB. beverages. Have my bathroom break. I think we're ready. We're looking for a library. And I don't know what else. You know? I don't know. We'll see. We don't really need the gems. Fuck it. The statement on the white box is true. A box with a false statement contains the gems. The gems are in the white box. I think it's you. Bam. Double down, double down. Do, 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 double down. You know what? Yeah, we're gonna take the storeroom. So I was watching somebody play who had like opened a 1 or 2 safes, and their safes weren't open like this. Like they have to come in and reopen the safe every time they enter a room, and I don't understand why. I'd love a key card tomorrow. Alright, let's just break my brain really quick. Shit. I thought this was... Oh wait, I did it wrong in my head. Okay, so 4. No? Is this not 2 minus 2 plus 2 squared? Two squared is 4 minus 2 is... Is it 16? Yeah, okay. Negative 20 plus 20 squared? That's gonna be, if you just keep adding, that's gonna be a crazy number, right? Because like negative 20 plus 20 is just 0. We were back to 0. We ended 1 here. Okay, all right. It's not a crazy number. I was just dumb. Okay, I was just dumb. It's fine. Don't worry. Don't worry, everybody. Fuck it. Silver key. take the Chamber of Mirrors again, you know. I feel like Lauren and I didn't necessarily open every single thing in there. I don't want this. Thank you. I don't know why you were being coy, security. Am I crazy? I thought I changed this to unlocked. Maybe I pushed the button one too many times or something. I'm willing to fuck around and find out today. We're not going to be reading a book today if we get the library. We're going to be checking one out, so I don't need it today. Shovel, my friend. Okay, but if I backtrack through here, I still lose shit. And there's not new fun stuff in there for me, so I need to keep that in mind. It's not very cool of you. Alright, sure. I don't know what else I'm gonna spend all this money on. If I get the showroom, maybe I can buy something and code check it. But like, I still have $64. So I think I should have used the shield there. I thought I had to draft it first, and then when I walked in, it would... Oh well, it's not a huge deal. We've been there. steps and a key. Okay. Passageway. I have to go back. Oh, we can cut through security. Okay, so garden, bedroom, foundation, security. I don't know why I would need 64 keys or 64 gems. Can I buy anything else here? So much money. Okay, all right. Sure. I mean, fuck it. I'm just sort of chilling today. Special keys. So I could draft another hallway. I don't think I want to do that though. You know what I didn't do is the stupid garden entrance. Oopsie. Let's rotate these since I don't need to look at that anymore. It's like I forgot the lever was here. Because it wasn't exposed. Okay. A classroom. Extra steps is fine. Munchins. Alright. Huh. I don't know that it super matters. Two gold. Wow. How do I get on the east side of the estate? It's driving me crazy. How do I get there? There's a grotto over there, apparently. I don't know how to get to it. Break room, dry room. So many keys for me that I don't really need. Oh, thank you for unlocking the doors, puppies. The corner first. Yeah. just gonna call it a day, I believe. We ordered our new book at the library, so maybe a new clue will give us a new clue. Because we're kind of just in a holding pattern. I'm just not super sure what to do next. Okay, extra steps. We got a broken lever, a night shield, and a key card. Alright, let me grab my stuff from here. And my money. In case we get the shrine, I want to throw some money at it. I kind of think that door that we can't get into on the east side of the estate is related to powering the lab. I unfortunately think that's what that is, so. Well, right away. I do not have a way to do anything to that. Now that we don't have to pay for it, I like it. Okay. Anybody seen Popstar? Never Stop, Never Stopping. It's one of my favorite, like, stupid movies in the whole world. I love it so much. Emma Stone is in it, and she sings a song in the movie called Turn Up the Beef. It's amazing. Let's go up, please. Okay, but if the blue box contains the gems is true, and a statement on the blue box is true, a box with a false statement contains the gems. If they're in here, this is true. Like, a box with a false statement contains the gems. The blue box contains the gems. The statement on the blue box is true. I think they're in black. Break my brain again. Okay, 4. 1 squared is 1, plus 3 is 4, squared is 16, minus 14 is 2. 10 minus 10 is 0, squared is 0, times 4 is 0, minus 2 is negative 2, squared is 4. 3 divided by 3 is 1, times 3 is 3, squared is 9, divided by 3 is 3. It really does, it helps to talk, like, say it out loud. Ooh, hello. Is the lavatory's negative effect just that it's a dead end? So if I negated that... Hold on. I don't think that's how it works. I'm just gonna do the patio. No, I wanted the battery back. I'm not gonna make anything yet. Eat the puppies. Ditto. it. So many goodies today. Alright, so the boiler room has some treats in it for me. I think there's actually dig spots in here as well, so. Dig it up, up on dig. So many gems. Holy shit. Alright. Pop off. Okay. Guys. It's happening. What is happening? What is happening? The door! Thank fuck for that. Am I right? Oh my god. Oh! Oh. What, oh, I can't do anything with that. Okay. Alright, okay. That just turned the whole recording session around. Alright. We do have a shovel today. How much more drafting can we potentially do? We could potentially do a lot more. So I think each time you find trash while digging, add 1 gold to your allowance. Okay. We can't go into the foundation from here, so I think we're actually done drafting, except for the entrance hall. What's the best way out of here? Boiler, straight down. Bro, I can't. We finally powered the lab, you guys. It finally happened. try and do this again. I'm gonna just fuck around with it. Alright, so we're trying to get to the opposite side. Is it beeping at me? Because there's something in one of these? I don't know. Alright. I gotta go back to the clock tower at some point, but I, right now, just don't know what it's really going to do for me, or what I can do for it with what I have. Great. It's gonna help me get into the Chamber of Mirrors. Trash. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Trash, 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 trash. Yes. Oh, ho, ho. All right, yeah. Let's try and get into the Chamber of Mirrors. Damn it. Okay. Why did we bleep? With this? So from the den. Hello? It seems like it's beeping twice, like there's something right inside this room. But I don't know. We can go in there through the lab if we so choose. Give me those dig spots. Yum, yum, yum. Alright, fine. Okay, fine. Do this. Now see, I think I have all the stuff to make the fancy digger. 2 attics in one day is crazy. But I think it just makes you dig for better items. Like, you're more likely to get better items. And that fucks up with my experiment. Hey, buddy. I wish I could give you some food. I'm sure you're being fed, but still. So now I need to draft. I would love to draft a guest bedroom right here. Alright, I'm gonna step in here. Because I wonder if it counts if I went, if I get a guest bedroom, or I think I'm done drafting actually. No, there's that one hallway. Okay, hold on. I'm getting greedy, trying to add another 2 gold to my allowance. Sure. The hell? What the fuck am I looking at? Is this a hold on. Is this a bug? This feels like a bug, but like, what? The fuck is that? I don't know. Okay. Got another door in the archives too. Crash. Oh. Alright, security. Or just no, that was up. I wanna go down. Weight room passage. Courtyard. Crazy, or did that blip? Okay, it's gotta be the Chamber of Mirrors that's doing that. It's making everything act funky. Key. Ooh, I don't think we can get to that one. I think that one is blocked off to us. So I think we're done with that today. Let's go see. No. We're not going to see. not that way. I'm forgetting where things are. Okay, this way. We want this store. Ooh, baby, new stuff. Checks out with the letters I have so far. Interesting. Yeah, baby. Good old Anne. Okay. Ooh, 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 try all these to see if somebody has more access than anybody else. Lead system administrator. More? That doesn't match any names that I know. Lead lab tech for Cinca, set up estate terminals and Blackbridge network. Kimberly Thompson was a lab tech. I know her. I have her written down. Recent transfer from Cinca, former executive assistant to H.S. Sinclair, trusted with full admin privileges. And Babbage House manager. Author of all personnel notes. Who is this? Hartley? Maybe? I don't know his last name. Key expired. Baron's valet for 20 years, substituting for Mr. Moore until we find a suitable assistant admin. Interesting. And then Denny Ravane. Terminated March 1992 for suspicion of blackmail and not watering the plants. Plus 3 additional delisted admin keys. Okay. So can we try those ones that we just had? Ooh. How long a computer terminal stays connected to the network without disconnecting from the server? The default setting immediate requires a new connection each time the user attempts to log into the network. 1 day. More are. The last cables have finally been laid and the office terminal has been connected to the central network. Given the ever-changing nature of the rooms on the estate, we chose to install the server outside of the house to maintain the connection stability at all times. Okay. A small cavern off of the eastern drive was selected for the server site. All remaining computer terminals on the estate are now connected to the network mainframe, and we will now begin testing remote access capabilities between them. I've also asked the Baron to come up with a name for the network. After some deliberation, our network has been named Blackbridge, a somewhat ominous name for the project given the legend from which the term derives, though very fitting considering we chose an actual cave to house the mainframe. I only hope that our servers do not suffer that same fate that befell those in the story. We checked out a book about that, but we haven't read it yet. Regular maintenance report. Fixed a connection error that was occurring between the office and the security terminal. We have also added electronic mail capabilities to each terminal that can be accessed via the network. Recording capabilities of all cameras on the estate have been disabled. Additionally, the existing video playback functionality on the security terminal has also been removed. Deleted a bunch of logs. I'm taking pictures of all those because there's so many dates. As requested yesterday, a new admin key created, though the requested name doesn't quite fit with our typical length formatting. effective immediately. All electronic mail capabilities have been restricted and can now only be accessed via the office terminal. All other terminal inboxes have been archived and can only be restored via admin control. Temporary access to the mainframe and Blackbridge Grotto has been restored to perform routine maintenance. Temporary access to the mainframe. Yeah, okay. Updated access privileges for the following account types. Admin access, full access, personnel, access to user database. Archive access, full access and access to archived admin logs and deleted database entries. That's what we want. Archive access. More are. Its RTA is down while we work on a solution to reported terminal connection failures. Terminal access is working again. Terminal connections tested and confirmed functional. To make future testing easier, added ability to access offline terminals through the RTA when Blackbridge is open. Per request, one temporary admin key has been added to the network and then disabled. One new admin key has been added to the network. Welcome to the team. Added new data management features to Blackbridge admin control. Changing of the guard in preparation for Simon's arrival, inbound and outbound messages, as well as off-site connections from outside the estate have been disabled per the instructions left by the Baron himself. Utilizing the Blackbridge system, you can import trophy data from other save files into the current profile. Oh, I see. If you have different game profiles. So what if I were to... Who has archive access? And where do we get another microchip? Done with that music. Things that make me go, think I'm just gonna go back into the break room and probably call it a day there. So much money is crazy. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7. I mean, we could go draft from the foundation, but I don't know what that gives us, if anything. You know? At most, I think like it could give us a guest bedroom and we get an extra 2 gold on our allowance, but I would literally rather have a key card tomorrow. And I think that's gonna be it for me today. I have some things I need to do, so I've gotta go, but a good time was had. Look at us go. Look at us dig. Yeah. I'll see you next